Hello everyone, and welcome back to Gladiator Guild Manager by Entertainment Forge. Last time, we just finished off the ninth arena, the Church of the Dead. Didn't quite finish it off, but we did find out that they were full of regular enemies, so it is something we are going to be able to set up for next month. Let's get back into handing out our booty. Alright, so we got a very nice shield from that fight, so that's a nice upgrade, 640 points. We also have a very good shield on everyone else that is at issue, so we are gonna need, I guess we'll give you a strength axe, and I don't think you guys need that giant shield, and neither do you. You actually have strength. Most of your things are strength driven items, although here's the thing, this chest armor, I mean really the shield is better. So now you're in a weird position of not actually using chest armor, which you guys could use. I don't know. I don't think anyone else needs it. Ah, well, I mean, crossbowmen. Fine. Here, have some health. Better than nothing. And we've got level up here. Alright, our shaman now is in position to use something else. Ah, there you go. That's why we save these things. So now you got a robe. Still don't need to move. I don't think you've been running out of stamina, and you're not really dying. At least not before like entire lines are caving in. I think we're just gonna chunk you up over there. All right, now. Do want to address this real quickly. So, in the third tier of traits, they start to get really good in terms of they give you a good benefit, but they also sometimes come with a negative. So, or they are very situational, which is kind of what you want the fancier things to be. It's not really that exciting if you simply make higher tier traits more powerful, but largely the same. You kind of want them to be something that you have to think about, plan around. A little more situational. But this one, generically speaking, is once you hit the end part of the game, you're usually going to have a good amount of gold. So this is just pretty much a 90% intelligence booster is what it ends up becoming. So you're at 84 with a whole bunch of items. So let's see what happens here. We're going to go greed is good. And I think we have enough for level 2. So, I think I ran into this situation once before where you kind of had to put everything back on to get the tooltip to register. Oh, that's weird. I guess this might be one of those things where it's at the start of the fight. Gladiator's intelligence increases by 1%. Huh. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Gotta trust that it works somehow in the background. Alright, we're gonna want to do this, but it's probably wise to wait for a few of our guys to come back, so we'll roll that forward. I think we got a little bit of time. A couple guys came back. And we'll take a quick look here. We do have a Gladiator market discount coming up, so we're not gonna want to buy immediately. Ooh. You might make sense given that he is falling so far behind. That is a very strong consideration. Metal Brute would be another pseudo tank. We're getting to the point where we do need kind of a second line in some of our fights. Maybe. Let's get some of our guys back first. Maybe. Oh my god, all our invisible guys are down. Good god. They're back, and he's back. Alright, first things first.
Those ungrateful, puny, simple-minded fools. They are rebelling against the Church of the Dead. Broke into my chambers. I want you to get them out of here.
Alright, first attempt wasn't great. Let's try again. Either that or we ducked out. I think we ducked out. We didn't actually try fighting them. Alright, they are scary enough. I am going to use 2 tanks. And since the hobos are likely the biggest threat and they do a little bit of AoE, I'm actually going to not throw our guys into their face. The mana assassins probably won't survive very well. And thus, we're going to use an awful lot of sort of jank to tackle them. You got some fireball totems. I don't even know what it is you do. What is it you do? Melee? How do you do all your damage? I'm so confused. You have a range of 1. Regenerate. Dodge. Is it this? 7 seconds. You're gonna hit roughly almost 14 times. 13, 14 times. 4,000 damage if it stays alive for the whole time. I guess? Maybe I've been using you incorrectly. That is very possible. Why don't you mess with him? And that gives me an idea. Why don't you mess with him? So we'll start off. Try and keep you guys not quite taunting. Huh. Dare I? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna have him come in as sort of second layer tank. And then we got 2 healers. And a second layer DPSer. I know this looks like a big hot mess, but I think it's our best shot. We're gonna say potheads last. Alright, fight. Kinda wanna see what happens. So he's gonna grab everyone except he's teared, he's frozen. That is absolutely perfect. That is exactly what he wanted. Wanted these guys to kinda enter the fight late so that all our archers can start chipping away at the little guys, thinning the crowd a little bit. And then when a couple seconds pass, hopefully these guys have their taunts come back up and grab their attention yet again. This guy's completely under control. That guy's just dying off in the breeze. Oh, this is beautiful. And the only guy that might die is our doggy. Excellent, excellent. That was a great result. This guy never even got to hit anything. These guys didn't do too much. It was quite under control. He actually, given that he was out of action for so long, this is not a bad performance. Pyro finally, yeah, when there's a big, oh. So this is the archer who was a little behind on stamina, because I think what happened is we had a stamina item on her for a long time, and once we removed it, she dropped off. But pyromancers, I think since we're boosting her agility more, she's firing faster, so it's easier for her to run out. Something to pay attention to.
Ah, well done. Though they are still rioting in the streets, we shall stay in touch.
Heaven forbid they riot. I don't think we even need anything. You know what? Just to be conservative. Alright. Oh, drummer. Drummer boy. How's your movement? Maybe a little bit. I feel like that might get you in trouble. And all the way down to the druid. No, don't think you actually care about moving. I am very sorry to say I don't ever pay attention to see if you run out. This actually casts very fast. So we'll go a little conservative. Alright. Still got a free robe. I don't think anyone needed a spare robe, did they? Nah. Alright, and now we want to deal with that in a moment. Or actually now.
There is something very curious going on in Deep Mine. I wish to understand it. I need you to fight those creatures and help me capture the wounded.
Curious, you say?
The creatures in those caves have developed little primitive civilizations. Something in there helped them transform into intelligent beings.
And what do you think changed them into intelligent beings?
Something very, very precious.
Precious? Well, you're precious. Alright, we're on it. What do you do again? Dodge, bite with bleed, and a pretty good melee attack. Like that's legit. That's very strong. I guess because they're so high level. And you do more to poison or bleed, which they do. You knock down poisoned. Oh, you guys are a pain. Yeah, these guys synergize so well. Very lethal, to be perfectly honest. Anyone getting hit by these things other than our tanks are going to be very unhappy. We're going to need... Hey, how'd you get over here? We're going to need probably some quality healing. I'm going to have you root just the guy all the way in the back. I'll be honest, I have no idea who I want you guys to hit. I think these are all DPSers, so frankly, just kill. I don't care. Just kill. I just wish there was a setting that says, shoot at the thing closest to dying. Just do it that way. 2 other people. Definitely not the mana assassins for this. I feel like you do make sense. And I guess I'm gonna just call it terror on the other guy in the back so that we just take 2 DPSers out of the early action. Back you guys off just a touch so they don't accidentally get in range. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, so there's the terror, there's the root, they're out. These 2 are gonna soak everybody in. There's the fireball. There's an awful lot of damage getting thrown around, but our tanks are going to be able to take that initial couple of seconds. And now these 2 are free and running into battle, but it should be too late, except that these guys somehow got the idea of going towards the back. I almost was tempted in having the archer set to killing those guys first. I honestly was being just a little lazy. Yeah, he got stuck, never did anything. That was brilliant. Damage. You actually are still out damaging her. That's pretty surprising for a fight like that. Actually, where's Archer number 2? What are you doing down here? You're not running out of stamina, are you? Huh.
Good. Now let's see what they're made of.
Yeah, sure. Did we need another robe or another ring? I see someone wearing a very crappy ring right there. And so 40. So mana gems trade for 40/60 bid-ask spread sort of perpetually. So you can kind of just count them as 40 money each. And 40, this is much higher, so I think I'll just take the gold this time. All right. Now, let's see. Somebody... needed the ring. You did. There you are. I'm sure that can go. And we can finally deal with this, I think. Ring of Death. Sure. Alright. Please be someone that the man assassin can one-shot. Okay. So this is kind of funny. I don't actually know what to make of it. So he actually has invisibility that's permanent and will outlast anything. So I honestly, as a matter of curiosity, I wonder what happens if two lone Stormbringers end up facing each other. I don't know that I have someone who can reliably kill him, because he's gonna get that devastating first shot, and I don't know that any of our guys can easily finish him off, because they're all just gonna twiddle their thumbs at the very start of the fight. If this were 2-on-2, we could do something, but 1-on-1, I don't know. Maybe the knight can do it. I have no idea. But for science. Oh, I think that's the timer on the... I think that might be a timer on the... I'm gonna hit surrender. We're gonna get blasted if they break out a stealth. Wait, I thought... 2... Oh, that's not seconds. That's way slower than seconds. Hello? Hello? Bueller? Okay. Okay, I don't know. I think maybe the devs want to do something about that. That's kind of a silly result. But it was fun to look at. Just for curiosity's sake. So now we know Stormbringers don't have infinity in terms of their invisibility. It does run out at some point. It just doesn't say it. Alright, Gladiator Market. What do you got? 50% off Warlock. 20% off Warlock. 50% off Invigorator. I've never tried them out, but they don't seem that exciting to me. They don't hit. They increase their main stat. I honestly have no idea what kind of impact that is. They restore stamina to whoever runs out. I think if you are going to use Invigorators, you kind of have to plan for them from the very beginning and just have a very stamina-light group. Very aggressively so. And maybe they can be a part. Yeah, because their weapon block is tiny. Their melee attack is tiny. That's all they do. I don't know. They don't seem like they're that great. But a 16 druid versus our own guy. 15 versus our own guy. We got a 14 cryo. I don't know that I have to have him. There's a justification for him. I am actually going to do this. Yes. I'm going to do this. So one of the things you run into is that you, of course, are going to want more gladiators than the number you're actually putting in each fight. So your people are going to fall behind in XP eventually. They're not going to be able to keep it up forever. So I think what I'm going to do is we're going to call this guy a retired gladiator. I think that's everything. And hey, come on, don't do that. And we'll go ahead and sell him. He's got all his stuff gone. And then we're going to replace him with this guy. Now he has no traits, and you know, he costs a lot more, but he is 16. Far higher than our established guy. And I think actually what I want to do is we're gonna just overkill your strength, I think. You actually can hold all of these items. We'll figure out what to give you later. So he's got all of that stuff equipped. I think we're gonna go with our very standard serial killer, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with our very standard serial killer. We'll wait for him to hit that level before upgrading it. Mm, 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 mm. Do we want one of these, or I think maybe we'll just go with critical. Yeah, go with critical. And then, you know what? Since you're new to the team and I don't yet have any... Yeah, I think you're going to get used quite a lot from here on out, so I'm actually going to invest in that. We just use quite a lot of our trait blueprints, which I always find to be much more rare than crafting tools. I think part of it is just because universal basic items that you actually want to use aren't quite super common. In fact, I think I actually want to do something. Let's go ahead and upgrade the items workshop. So now we can bump them up to epic, and this is as high as it goes. First things first. This is a no-brainer. Oh, that costs resources. Alright, hopefully we have enough to last. 70 per level. So from 52 to 70. Very nice. Let's go ahead and upgrade this thing. Oh yeah, at this point you're losing much less health than otherwise. This is a great item. Oh, I wish we had a way to duplicate this thing. I would love to do that. I don't think she's got stamina problems, so I'm gonna leave that. Who? Oh, that's why you're healing so much. I forget I put that on you. Who has the doggy? I forgot where I always forget where I put the doggy. Oh, these things. Reflect. Book of Fire. You know what? I'm gonna... Oh my god, that went quick. I guess it takes a lot to upgrade them to purple. Cool, cool. Back to the task at hand. Alright, so we took him, replaced him in, 16, I mean... 16 Rhino, ours is 15. I don't think so. We'll go ahead and do a free upgrade. 16 mana guy. I mean, truthfully, getting close, but we have invested quite a lot in them, so I'm not gonna switch them out just quite yet. Wow. I don't know. How good are hunters? This guy's got everything in the kitchen sink. Boss Slayer. That's kind of useless. I don't like that either. I mean, you're forcing yourself to keep agility, stamina high, fatigue sensitive. Wait, aren't you a hunter? Why are you set with your agility so low? What on earth are you doing? Our agility's 190 and oh, because this guy's shackles 364. What is? You know, speaking of, I think I'm also gonna push this as well. I think I'm just gonna give this to you guys. This is really gonna kick you up a notch. So now you're up to... I don't know why it's not reflecting in, for each 100 gold you have, the gladiator's intelligence will increase. The gladiator's agility will increase. I have no idea why it's not being reflected in here. I think it should be. I have to hope this is not a, you know, jinked trait. This guy, yeah, I don't know if we can salvage him. He's starting to fall way too far behind. Alright, I think we're good. This guy's a little tempting. More AoE. He is on discount. Sure, why not? Dark Mage, Dark Mage. Alright, where'd you go? Alright, welcome to the team. We're out of space, so this guy we kind of were just leaving hanging around. We'll go ahead and get rid of him. Get back into place. I thought I sold the wrong guy for a second. That really freaked me out. Well, I'm gonna move our tank. You know what? That's kind of annoying, so let me just go ahead and open up 4 more slots. I think I'm gonna put the healers down here. You guys are kind of different. I don't want to accidentally mistake you for a necromancer again. Alright, all you int boys scoot over. Okay, you don't have equipment. Whoops. We're gonna... Oh, not you. You don't have equipment. We're definitely gonna start you off with that. We must have missed the last upgrade. I didn't see. Oh, yes, please. That is much bigger. So this guy scales really well with agility. This guy scales pretty well with agility, as of course do the mana assassins, because they also have cooldowns. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. And that way you can hold on to that. I feel like we sold one of these. I don't know. Maybe we didn't. Strength and agility. I don't know. Wow, that's a lot of strength. 40 points of strength and 4 agility? What kind of stuff are you guys using? Oh, you're using that. Never mind. Not enough for me to care about. Go ahead and throw this on you just because. Alright, you're adequately armed. Let's go ahead and roll forward. We're going to hit a couple of Ring of Deaths. Give me someone I can one-shot, please. Ooh, 78. Yeah, whatever. Let's see if you can one-shot him. Boing. Yeah. Cool. Didn't need the consumable, but that's alright. And on we go. Oh. What are you giving us? What are you giving us? Oh, those things are a pain.
A group of blighted peasants broke in again. They are getting close to some of my most important technology. I can't have that damaged.
And what technology would that be?
This is where we make steelheads. My most profitable undead, sold to the borders of Andarian.
I see, and we certainly can't let them mess with our military-industrial complex's profits. Sure. We're on it. Wow, some quite dangerous. 48, standing on the front line. Uncool, rabbit. You here. You here. We are going to want to... Where is our druid? We are going to want to root you in place. We are going to want to terror one of you. Any one of you well armed? No, you all have no arms. 105.52. You're a little more powerful. We'll terror you. And standard DPSers. I kind of feel like I want some clerics, to be honest with you, because the clerics are the ones that kind of stand in a they're healers. They'll heal front line or back, and they're pretty good at sort of like soaking arrows to the face at the beginning of a fight. I would pyro, but the pyro is just going to end up hitting this. I mean, are you going to be able to slip fireballs through any gaps in the line? I haven't a clue. But I am going to set all of you to de-target all the potheads who are, as a group, totally incapable of killing anything. I think this might be the time for mana assassins, actually. Alright, one in the north, and the terror we will change from you to you. I feel kind of weird saying that both of you chase her down second, but one of you should be close to her. And finally, I really want to use you, but you get killed. So, you know what? We'll do it. You do knockdown, so you do some smacky. All right, go ahead. All right, I just want to make sure my assassins slip through. It looks like there's a fart coming in. That's what that is. But it doesn't matter. They're still in stealth. Those are both one-shots. He actually... Ooh, I think he almost died. I'm going to have to check the numbers afterwards. But there are a couple of very dangerous hobos running around. That's what the red circle is. That's their flatulent range. And there goes one of our assassins. I think there goes both of us. I think we might have lost both of our assassins. These guys are so hard to keep alive. Good golly. There's one down. And there's two down. And all of the melee DPSers are just so hard to keep alive. They face so much risk getting into the... I'm not a fan of giving them a lot of stamina.
Good job, young one. They were too close.
Well, no worries, old man. We are here. I feel like we have enough shields. Let's grab a robe. And we did use up a lot of this stuff earlier, so let's stock up a little bit. All right. And... Okay. And somebody, I think, needs that nice robe. Oops. You know what? We'll just give it to you. And you're about to need a robe when you level, so we do want to hang on to this. Okay. And lost all three of those guys. Let's take a quick look. Do we need them for this fight?
Those specimens show very promising results, but I do need more of them.
I see. Well, we'll get them for you. And, no, actually, not going to really want to use those guys for this fight. There's a lot of damage to be had there. We are going to need to be very smart about healing, because people are going to get shot in the face. Everybody stand near the shaman, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, all of you who I worry about getting killed, and you two who I do not worry about getting killed. And Fireballer makes sense. And I mean, maybe the Necro makes sense, maybe? I don't actually know. All of you are equipped? What? Alright, you terror him. And I think what I actually want to do is I want to say all DPSers focus them first. I'm actually more worried about them because they're not that easy to kill, and I don't want them slipping back through. Alright, so... Wow, that's a very big taunt range. So we're gonna have a lot of arrows heading back. That dog almost died. But what I'm hoping is that we're just gonna kind of out-heal all of the kind of pitter-patter damage that they're gonna do. And they are indeed sending some arrows over to our tank, so that's fine. The main thing is I don't want one of these guys to be able to reach back to us. As long as that doesn't happen, I feel like we're safe. Yeah, like, there are a lot of arrows coming through, but I think we have, like, just so many incidences of healing that it's just like a yo-yo. It's like hit, heal, hit, heal, hit, heal. And that's one of the reasons why you want a lot of life. It's almost like it's kind of a bar range for how much you can take and come back, take and come back. Yeah, very steady damage, right? Like, not like a super intensive bout. These guys are actually more dangerous. So I was right to worry about them. And wow, I think you're the one who has that agility boosting Anario. I'm gonna take a look in a moment. Stamina for you, I'm not worried about that. Stamina for you, okay. Noted.
Oh, those are some good catches.
Glad we could be of service. Actually, I want the crystals. Alright. You, my lady, you ran out. That requires 6. Alright, hopefully that helps with the stamina problems. And let me see, was there anything else we needed to deal with? You guys went down from the previous fight. Okay. Oh, I wanted to know why you do so much damage in... Oh, okay, you've got the freeze thing. This doesn't actually do damage. It's quite simple. Your agility is like a million miles ahead. 156 from the shackles. Okay, so... Wow. Wow. Like I said, I want to duplicate that item. Alright, let's roll forward.
The High Necromancer is grateful for our recent aid and has offered us a gift in thanks.
Alright, sure. Send them my thanks. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I want another one of those. Alright, I don't actually know if that was a great decision, but I kind of just... I have a soft spot for tanks as a general rule. I always want them doing better, if I have a choice. And one of you might level and need it soon. Alright, we are going to mark it here. When we come back, we're going to finish out the month and possibly take on this thing that we've been putting off for a long, long time. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed.